Since it may rain Thursday, Friday, I got the time. I might as well look into this truck here. This is something I've been looking at for a while here, and I just been kind of letting it go. See the rear leaf spring right there? Leaking oil from right there for some reason. And only thing I can think of is the spring, what do you call it, leaf spring perch. That little pad that's welded onto the axle there. Is that the weld is cracked on there. Okay, we shall see. Let me start over. As you can see, I got the truck, or the Bronco, jacked up by the frame. I got the jack stands, my big jack stands. I still had to add a 4x4 on top of them. And those are supported by, or those are resting on the hitch, okay? The trailer hitch. So I got it jacked up like that because I want the suspension fully extended, fully dropped, drooped they call it. How much droop? Full extension. Before I loosen these bolts up on the U-bolts, put a little oil on there because I'm going to use the impact wrench. Okay, and use impact wrench, and because of the dirt on there, first of all, not really that bad, but you want a little lubrication on the threads because you're going to be spinning it off with this impact wrench. Alright, you see you got the U-bolts out, everything's still together. I want everything together still. This bolt here goes through the locating pin, I guess you'd call it, or retainer pin, goes down through the block, through this block. Oh, and then this block has another pin that goes down in the axle. Alright, so I'm going to lower my jack. I'm going to try to lower it nice and slow. And hopefully I got the jack stand to rest the axle on. Everything works out right. Oh. Yeah. Just like that. Perfect. So here's your centering pins on there. See that? This is the factory Ford block. These tapered comes with the springs, okay? It's gonna go like that because you've got the pin coming off the spring right here, the retaining bolt, I think you call that. Comes through, goes out the bottom. Sometimes those will shear off. This happened to my friend Suburban, and the block came out, and that was a big mess. But he had lift blocks, see? Alright, I did some quick little welds on there. Not very pretty welds, but hopefully I keep it from leaking. It wasn't that easy to weld that up. I mean, to actually get in there with the you put this thing on, try to get your big head in there, and so there was one angle I could get from the back, but to get to the top and over this little corner part was kind of a hit or miss. Really couldn't see what I was doing very well, so anyways, as long as it keeps it from leaking. Alright, here's some problems you might encounter doing something like this, because that's happened before, so I've kind of learned the hard way. Putting this stuff back. The spring's got to line it through the blocks. Okay. and through the axle. There's a little hole on the axle here. I think you can see that. Well, that'll go in there. Alright. Now I got just enough room to slide it in there. See? It don't fit. But I just got to put a little tension on the spring, pick the spring up a little, and it'll slide in. See? Now, this bolt here goes, this bolt here goes through the spring, and it's supposed to line up with the hole on the block. Okay? Well, right now I can look in there and tell you it's not going to line up. Okay. Now, you also got to put this wedge in there. See? This gives you your pinion angle on the axle, so the pinion lines up with the drive shaft, you know? Same problem with this, it won't fit in there. There's not enough room, so you got to lift it up a little. Now I got just the right amount of room to lift this axle up a little. Take a little pressure off here. There you go. I just had to move the axle forward a little. I had tension on it. I jacked it up, so I had a little tension on it. Not a lot of tension, just a little tension. Got to roll the axle forward a hair, and it's in place. Alright, here's something for those of you who got a Detroit locker. This is a Detroit locker with 456 gears. It's been in here 8-10 years maybe. It's also called a no spin. Okay, it's just a locking differential. It's a Detroit. There's a way to test these things, make sure they're operating correctly. If you keep the little manual that comes with your Detroit locker, it tells you how to do this. But here's just a quick example. I'm not going to get all technical with you, but I got it off the ground. Okay, you can do this in park. I've got it in neutral right now. I'll get the same effect. But if you go backwards, both tires should turn backwards. Okay, it's locked. If you go forward, both tires go forward. It's locked right now. To unlock it, there you go. It's unlocked now, okay? See that? It's free spinning. Hear the ratcheting sound? The drive shaft's not turning. The other wheel's not turning. It's just freewheeling right now, okay? It's unlocked. Going around a corner, that's what it should be doing. Now, it's locked back in again. So I know it's operating somewhat like it's supposed to. Okay,